I'm not surprised that this is happening now. I'm not surprised. Even though it's starting too early. Because it never take long. It never long yet when VDM just come out for China. And already this controversy will start. Though I'm not surprised because in my previous analysis, when VBN begin to drag about all this price matter with Billord and so on, begin to showcase prices, cheap things in China and so on, and they warn our people. So we're going to China eyes where we were. We do this our gullible followers, social media warriors. We don't tear eye well. We know they're very smart. We don't like use their head by themselves. They prefer make another person to use their head. They're not the one listening. So if they think say we hate VDM or we hate on the guy, they forget say we get where we begin to follow this VDM from. We get where we begin to follow. We not everybody where they follow or we like the work where they do. Not everybody they foolish. Many of us are educated where they follow. Many of us are experts, now professionals in our field. Professionals. Not everybody wey dey social media be mumu, be illiterate or dey uncivilized. We don see things. Forget say VDM get grace, special grace, blow on social media. Dey on level wey im dey now in terms of the kind of command of followership and influence wey dey command on social media. Many of us don see things in life as the guy now. We don run academy now. We don run street. Both local and international. In many countries, we don't see things. We don't run things. We don't work, receive salary. We don't do business. Make money in business. We don't put goods in shop. We don't import goods to people. We don't try many aspects of life. We wasn't there on this social media with the guy. So we don't try many things in life. We don't see life. We don't see the good, bad, and ugly of life. So that when people they talk to us on social media, when we follow people, when they do things on social media, we dey very calculative. We dey follow with enough intellectual capacity and the experience of life. Because experience is the best teacher. Unlike most of the followers, we dey very gullible, we never see things in life. So anything where people tell them, out of emotion, they go sheepishly just they follow like me. So those are the people who are even the pity. Like if you remember in my previous videos, if you don't come across my videos, where I begin to warn people, they talk to people, say no, VDM, we all love VDM and what thing they do. But the direction where you go now is out of it. If they derail completely, if they go out of it. See, activism, social activism about politics and so on is far different from business. In fact, if you even want to do business activism in terms of price control and so on, about people cheating in business and so on, you need to first be a business person. You need to have enough interest, in fact, enough experience in business. Come into business, get the experience in business, own a shop, do trade, do importation, do logistics in importation, get all those experience, plus or minus, understand really what people, the kind of challenges people they pass through in business, especially on the area of importation. So that when you begin to do activism in terms of price control, in order to expose people when they cheat on other people with goods when they bring from abroad, so that you make a perfect judgment in that activity, in that area of activism. But the way we jump on the thing made most of us very uncomfortable. There have been his followers and rather members. So we try to draw attention of our people, say no, don't take everything to heart. Maybe they tell you about this China trip, about businesses and so on, or goods when they expose and blah blah blah. Some of things when they especially against the Billord, now just jab when they throw on the guy out of revenge of how the guy talk to him, saying the criminal or saying family members the criminal or saying mama be this one. The names wey him call am na wetin they try to use that opportunity to attack the guy back. No take this thing to heart. No just follow everything wey tell you in terms of price difference of goods. Now, people wey buy the goods know how to take buy am. I know the challenge, the kind of challenge wey im pass through when get that goods and bring down to Nigeria. So I know wetin im face to make sure say he maintain the quality or he get the actual quality or specification of those phones. So for him to dey sell it that price, he know wetin im pass through and what made him to put that price against wetin VDM dey talk. You get the point? Because Chinese people, na who no go know, no go understand. Na who no go just dey foolish, dey just dey receive and dey accept everything to heart wey im see on social media. Because person dey try to drag others about price of goods and try to make it cheap for you, and you think it's just like that. E no just be like that. So I'm very, very happy, even though it's too early, it's pretty too early. But I'm even very happy, say VDM himself now don't they put all this kind of disclaimer. Because I wanted to try to analyze that time and caution. Say even VDM supposed to they put all this disclaimer. Say, oh, even though they talk this thing, no, and they try to expose this thing, no, say you can get this thing cheap and so on. But mind you, be careful with about scammers. So be careful about scammers. So about Chinese people, most Chinese people are more desperate and even more bad than Nigerian people when it comes to scamming in the area of business or goods manipulation. They go scam, they go hold your money, and you know there. You know there. You need to first ask questions very well. Why our Igbo people, wey even dey Naija, wey dey buy goods from China that cannot be able to go, why they prefer to dey use our people wey don ground in China? Even the ones wey don go before, importers wey don go China before and have direct contact, one-on-one meeting with all these Chinese companies. Yet they prefer that before they even make order, they will make sure say they send our people wey dey on ground in China to go and help them supervise the production, to make sure say that the quality during the packing, to make sure say that wetin you order through that company na wetin dey pack in the cartons. Because people can maneuver. VDM discover this phone to be 280K against wetin bill of the seller. But he no go know wetin fit happen at the end of the day. Even I was even expecting him to import this phone. That phone I wan use do experiment. I wan really use that phone to do experiment. Make our people eye clear very well. The ones wey no wan learn lesson, wey no wan hear word, I go wan make their ear eye open small. Through one or two mistake, VDM go make. I wanted VDM to at least import, even if na just 20 feet container of that phone, import am enter China. Then go later discover why Bilot they sell that phone at high price. Then go later discover. Chinese companies, they go manipulate you on that price. They will sell at 280, tell you a cheaper price. But the time of buying it, ordering it in large quantity, then they go see how they go cover for the real cost of what that thing is supposed to be. They can give you a cheaper price just to lure you, to attract you first, just to win the market, to win your heart. But when the game starts, when the real deal starts, then they go be clear. If you put 20 pieces of that phone in one carton, out of that 20 pieces, 5 no go dey good, or 8 sef go be condemned. Only 12 go dey okay, go dey in order out of 20 pieces, but 8 go dey bad. You don't know. They will couple am, send am to you. And when you receive am, you go later know. When you begin sell and people begin return am, and then you go really, your eye go clear, to know say, a wolf, a potch belly. That is China business for you. That is China business. That's why they call it China, about fake products. No, they don't manufacture good products, they manufacture good products. But what did they make them? They get that bad name of getting bad products or manufacturing bad products. Now, it's still our people when they like cheap articles. Just as VDM don't really advertise cheap, they call cheap prices. Our people don't really, they get out of emotion, they moved. They want push money, go China, quick. This is what the Chinese people they need. Yeah, cheap article. Bring down money, they go bring the price down. In fact, there are some companies, even in China now, even as VDM they call 2A, there are companies in China that will be ready to make that phone 100K, even 50K, just to compete and beat others and win the market. At the end of the day, they will supply rubbish with you. So already, the same VDM, they put disclaimer and even begin to drag this guy. And see what this guy they show, evidence when they show, as they see on pictures, about the money we pay to bring, imagine $15,000. You know what $15,000? That's about 25 million. I know what he mean. To bring VDM come China and to do all these things. It's good. Say that from video they hear and direct. Say Chinese people, they can manipulate in the business. They can manipulate business. They can use anybody to China. I don't know how truthful what thing they talk now or how they accuse this friend now. Because at the same, I don't know, like the same him carry this guy they were up and down. I him influence this guy. I him make people know this guy. From all his videos, he dey talk good about this guy. Because this guy I lead him to all those companies one by one. I lead them to all those companies. So if he could get confidence in all those companies, say they are good companies, then they sell better products. How much more person wey carry dey go those companies? How come now he begin to condemn the person wey carry dey go those companies? So it means that if this guy wey carry am dey show am all those companies, dey give am all those contact of CEOs and so on, according to how he dey show us on social media. If now he begin to accuse this guy say he be scammer or he fit be scammer, if he dey accuse this guy now, dey condemn this guy now, there's every 100% likelihood say all those companies, factories wey dey carry us dey go dey show us up and down. Like him talk about himself, say most of them na arrange. That mean say most of them go be fake. Go be fake. They want people here about the risk of all these things, companies and sharing contact on social media. They want that in own sister when they talk self now. When they tell them say person call am say na fraud, this one about this guy na fraud. I can't believe anybody. I can't believe anybody. Business is about physical meeting. Forget about social media. What thing they say on social media when they post here, all this promotion, bloggers they promote goods or people. Go physical, go China yourself. If you have that capacity of buying goods, that large quantity, go China yourself physically and see company by yourself. Tell them about your specification. If you cannot be on ground, contact our people wey dey on ground to go there, go supervise for you and see things yourself. Things wey dey pack inside carton for you as per your goods. Monitor and supervise to make sure that the real thing wey you order na wetin dey go inside your cartons and the packaging. Make una no dey mumu too much. Make we dey use our senses. Our people dey do research also to dey back yourself up. You understand the about issues. No be act of emotion. Everything is not about emotion. You get your point.